making this video today to talk about my diet right now, what I do at the gym, and then what it's like doing all of that on top of living abroad, because when you're in another country that you're not used to, it's like a completely different culture. So it can be kind of difficult sometimes. So first I wanted to talk about why I even started this video and like what made me want to even start a YouTube channel. So without going into too much detail, because I'm going to talk about my story and my history with food and exercise in one of my following videos. I have been trying to lose weight my entire life. So I think my first memory was probably in gym class in like 3rd or 4th grade when we had to do, do you remember in elementary school when you have to do those like fit tests and they weigh you and they see how many pull-ups you can do, which obviously I could never do one. I just like held onto the bar, and then she took the chair out from behind me and I just kind of like fell to the ground because hello, I had no upper body strength. Anyways, not the point. My teacher put me on the scale and I remember telling her, I'm sorry, I've just always been kind of a chunky kid. Well, now looking back at it, that I was already making excuses for myself, and I was only in 4th grade? That's crazy. So as dieting and exercising have always kind of been a struggle for me since I was really little. Living abroad has been even harder because, at least in Dominican culture, when you're an outsider and you come into these people's homes, they're so loving and they're so caring. They just want you to eat. Like, that's the way that they show that they care. So I'm living abroad. I'll be here for 2 years. My host mom that I'm living with currently, she loves to feed me. Melissa, you need to eat more. You need to eat more. You want it. I know you do. Do you want some mangoes? Do you want some coffee? Do you want some bread? And at one point I started talking to a friend that told me that she had started this diet called Bright Line Eating by Susan Pierce Thompson. And so it kind of spiked my interest. I've done Weight Watchers, I've done Beachbody, I've cut out desserts, I've been to a nutritionist. This spiked my interest. I asked my friend a little bit about it, and she told me that Susan Pierce Thompson has created a diet plan to change your life. Bright Line Eating is for people that are constantly thinking about food, and just like you could be eating breakfast and already start thinking like, when's my next snack? What am I going to eat for dinner tonight? Like, that's not something that I want to think about. And I noticed for a long time, food is something that's just constantly on my brain, and I have other things that I need to be thinking about. Like, I'm living abroad, trying to adjust to a new culture, so it's a little hard. So I looked it up online. There's like a boot camp you can do. It's a little pricey for me at the moment living abroad. But there's a book. She wrote a whole book about it. And so I went on Amazon, bought the Kindle book. It's like $10-12. I read the book in 2 days and started the workout immediately after. So there are 2 very important rules to the Bright Line Eating diet. The first one is no added sugar. So no cookies, no added sugar to your coffee. You're only allowed to eat fruit because it's natural. The second rule is no flour. So no bread, no pasta. For me, unfortunately, no empanadas, no breaded chicken, which I really like too. A bright line is pretty much a rule that you're never gonna break. Okay, now she goes into all the science of how food affects our brains. So the main reason that she doesn't want anyone eating sugar and flour is because it has a negative effect on our brain. Oh yeah, there's a few other rules. The diet it's pretty strict, and so I've kind of adjusted it to make it work for me. Let's see, you're only supposed to eat 3 times a day, nothing else. It's supposed to be automatic so that you're not thinking about food all the time. You're also supposed to weigh your food, so you know exactly the amount that you need, and after you're done eating, you're not thinking, did I eat too much? Did I not eat enough? And you're getting the right portion sizes. She lays everything out for you. So I 100% would absolutely recommend it. So as of right now that I'm done talking a little bit about her diet, I'm going to talk about my diet. So, as of right now, I'm only eating one grain in the morning, and that can be anything from like potatoes, rice, oatmeal, as long as it's not instant, because those typically have sugar in them. So I have oatmeal, like whole oats, that I can eat. So for breakfast, I eat oats, a fruit, and a protein. And then for lunch and dinner are pretty much the same. I eat, let me think, a salad, a fat, a fruit for lunch, and then for dinner, I eat a fat, a salad, a vegetable, because salad and vegetable isn't the same thing apparently, and a protein. So that's the way she lays it out. It's what I'm doing right now. It's like the weight loss process, and then once you get down to your goal weight, you're supposed to like add another grain in and some more food. She explains all of that in her book. So as of living abroad, it's really hard because my host mom cooks for me. With that being said, I am at her mercy. So at one point I wrote out a list of the things that I know that she typically buys, because I don't really want her to go out of her way to try to find things for me to eat. I put down like all kinds of potatoes. I eat 2 eggs in the morning typically. If not, if I want something special, I usually tell her if I want oatmeal, because and she's so sweet. Sometimes she'll like lay out my potatoes and my protein and my fruit, even though I told her the night before I want oatmeal. And so I have my bag of oatmeal, and she also heats up hot water because, you know, like I said, she wants me to eat. So but she knows I can't eat more than one grain, so if I eat my potatoes, I can't have an oatmeal. And then so if she gives me both, I feel bad for not eating her potatoes instead of my oatmeal, so I kind of just eat her potatoes and like save the oatmeal for another day. Okay, so lunch, I usually eat a salad, a protein, and a fruit. Usually mixed fruit. It depends on the season here. We just got done, or we're moving out of mango season. So I think there was a week where I ate mangoes breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day for like a week straight. And I was like, at the end of the week, I was like, please, no more mango. But they're really good. And we have a mango tree out front, so it's not like it costs her any money. And then I always have a huge salad with, you know, tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, and then my dressing, I don't use ranch or anything. I use oil, vinegar, a little bit of onion. Perfect. My meat is typically chicken or ham. This is a little tricky for me right now, just because my host mom does cook all of my meals. It's harder for me to watch my one fat intake, especially since we fry a lot of foods here. So usually like fried ham or fried chicken, or they cook it out in the back and it's nice and flavorful. Oh, I love it so much. And then it's kind of like the same thing for my dinner, because I told you I'm supposed to have a vegetable and a salad. So I just kind of eat one huge salad because my host mom cooks for me, and that's what she doesn't really cook a whole lot of other vegetables at the moment. But when I'll be living alone, I'll be eating garbanzo beans, you know, like taco salad, stuff like that. Super easy stuff I can make on my own. Black beans, guacamole. Oh my gosh, I love guacamole. Okay, so what next? The gym. When I first got here, I went to a outdoor basketball court, and so I did all my workouts there, just kind of like body movements, body resistance movements, because I didn't have access to a gym. But luckily my town here now has a gym, so that's super cool. I go with my friend every day, and so we push each other in the gym. I go 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Monday is a leg day with lightweight, a lot of reps, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I kind of mix it up, kind of depending on what muscle group I want to do that day. It's usually back and bis, chest and tris, and then another day we'll do like shoulders, forearms. I do abdominals 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then on Friday we do another leg day where it is heavy weights, smaller reps, trying to build up those muscles. So that's what I got going on right now. I don't actually do cardio right now because I live in a town where I walk everywhere. I do not have access to a whole lot of public transportation, so I walk to the gym, I walk across town at least twice a day. So I think on average I'm walking probably an hour to 2 hours every day. So that kind of takes my cardio for me, especially since it's so hot. I mean, sometimes I sweat all the way through the night. You walk outside, it's like insta sweat, so you get used to it. I love the heat, so it doesn't really bother me that much. I'm like known as the girl around town, as the girl that, one, loves the sun, and two, loves walking. People are like, oh, look at the Americana, she's walking like always. I'm like, yeah, it's because I don't have any other option, really. But no, it's fine. I love it. So thank you guys all so much for listening to my story. I will be coming out hopefully with a new video every week. If you like what you saw today and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Also, I have an Instagram. It's called melbabe.fit. I keep lots of updates on my life there. You'll be able to see a lot more following my Instagram, since I'll only be posting to YouTube about once a week. So, alright, have a great day!